Hey guys! Okay, so today I have a Halloween tutorial for you guys. Pretty much I went to partycity.com and I just kind of looked at some of the different costumes that they were offering, and I really thought the sailor girl outfits were pretty cute, so I figured I'd do a sailor girl inspired makeup look, and it's just a red lip with a blue and gold eye, and I just think it's really fun and festive and great for Halloween. But yeah, I think this is just a really cute look to go with that kind of costume. So let's get into the tutorial, and I apologize now for the lighting in the tutorial because it was a rainy, gloomy day and I had to figure out how to get some kind of lighting to do this video, so I'll apologize now for that. But yeah, let's get into the tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids, and I've actually already applied this, but it's just my eyeshadow base, and it's Benefits Lemonade. So it just totally mattifies and clears any imperfections on my eyelids. So you want to make sure you use a primer so your makeup lasts all night. And then I am going to take my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Cobalt, and it's just a really pretty blue. And we're going to apply that right at the outer corner. Okay, so it should look like that. And then I am going to take my Maybelline Eye Studio Quad in Smoky Night. And it's just a really great shimmer smoky eye palette. And I'm going to be taking the blue in the palette. And with my E30 brush from Sigma, I'm going to take some of that. I'm just going to put it right over top of the NYX pencil that we applied. And then you want to work on blending it out. So you can take it into the crease a little bit if you'd like. And then it should look something like this. And then what I'm going to do is take my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Cottage Cheese, which is a really pretty ivory champagne type color. And I'm going to apply it right under my brow bone as a highlight. And then I'm going to apply it to the inner part of my eyelid where the blue isn't. And then I'm just going to take a brush and kind of just smooth it out and make sure that the blue and the white blend in together and kind of fade into each other. And then I'm also going to smooth out the brow bone color. Is I'm going to take my Milani Runway eyes, and this is the Backstage Basics palette. And I'm going to be taking my E25 from Sigma, which is a blending brush, and I'm going to be picking up blending the first two grays together. And yes, I know you shouldn't blow on your brushes, but I have a bad habit of it. But you're just going to apply this right into the crease to give a somewhat of a light smoky effect. Your next step is to apply the gold glitter. So I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. It's the glitter glue, which this stuff is really great if you are going to be wearing glitter. And I'm just going to apply it right over top of where I applied the white for the cottage cheese color. So just the inner half of your eye, you want to dab that on. And then just let it set for a few seconds so it gets really nice and tacky, and the glitter will stick. Now I'm going to be taking my NYX Glitter Cream palette, and this one is in Bronze Goddess. And it has a really great variety of different golds. So I am just going to take a really small brush, and this is an Essence of Beauty brush. And then I'm going to take the center color here, which is the lightest gold. And we are just going to apply that right over top of the white. Alright, so it should look like that once you're done. What I want to do is take your E30 again and go back into the blue that you used. And just go over the blue a little bit so it still stands out and blends into the gold. So now you pretty much have the whole basic of the eye done. So now we're going to go on to liner and mascara. So I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Paris Carbon Black Linear Intense Liquid Eyeliner. And you want to make sure you give yourself a little bit of a wing. And then I'm going to be taking my NYX glitter liner in blue. And I am just going to go right above the black line. And then I'm going to take my Stila Smudge Proof Waterproof eyeliner in Stingray. And I'm just going to line my bottom waterline. And then I'm going to be going back to the Maybelline Quad. And taking my E65 brush from Sigma, I wet this, and I'm going to be taking the black in the palette, and I'm going to be using it as a liner, reason to why I wet the brush. So I am just going to go right along the lash line. You can go over your wing a little bit more because you can get it a little bit more defined and winged out with a brush like this. And now I'm going to take another NYX glitter liner, and this one is just in gold. And I'm just going to place it right on the inner part of my bottom eyelid. The blue NYX glitter liner. And I'm going to go underneath the rest. The liner. And then I'm going to highlight the inner corner, so taking my NYX Jumbo pencil and cottage cheese again, I'm just going to go in the inner corner and dab some of this in there, and then take my ring finger, just pat it. So just to soften it up a bit. And then I am going to apply mascara to my top and bottom, so and I'm going to be using my Lancome Hypnose Star mascara. And then since it is Halloween, you can apply false lashes to make it even more dramatic. But I am just going to leave it like this because I'm actually going to work later. So to do is I didn't put my concealer on yet. I waited until I did my eye. That way, what I can do is take a Kleenex and kind of wipe away any fallout glitter, which 10 chances to 1 you will have. And then what I'm going to do is take my Sephora concealer pen, and this is a smoothing and brightening concealer, and I'm in medium 06, and I'm just going to tap a little bit along under my eye. And then I'm going to take my F70 brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to smooth that out. Your concealer stays. I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Light Plus, and using my E60 brush from Sigma, I am just going to pat it right underneath where I applied the concealer. Just going to make sure that my concealer doesn't crease and that it stays in place. And the products I used on the rest of my face, I used a NYX blush in Desert Rose for my cheeks, and it's just a really pretty reddish pinkish color, and I just applied it to the apples of my cheeks. And then I used my Laura Geller Glow Box for my highlight, and I used this one over here, and I just applied it to the top of my cheekbones just to give a little bit of a natural glow look. And then for my bronzer, I used my Hoola Benefit bronzer. It's just a nice matte bronzer, and I just applied it as a contour right under my blush. And I tried to go somewhat, I applied the blush and the bronzer light, only because you want the eyes to be the main focus of this look. But since it is Halloween, you could either do a nude lip with this look if you really want the eyes to just stand out and be the focus, or you could go with a red lip, which I'm going to do since this can be like a sailor type pinup look, or it can just be whatever you want it to be, but I always think red always looks good with blues and golds and whites. So what I am going to do is take my Rimmel lip liner in Innocent, and it's just a really nice nude lip liner. And I always do a nude liner because when your red lipstick starts to fade, or if you have drinks, you don't want this noticeable red line showing that's outlining your lips. So it's always good to use a nude lip liner. Or you can just use a liner that's the same color as your lips. That works as well. Alright, and then I'm going to take my red lipstick, and this is a Clean Color Everlasting lipstick, and it's in Garnet, so it's just a really pretty true red. So it should look like this when you're all done. And then if for any reason you go outside the line, just take some concealer and your brush and just go along the outer edge, and that will clean up any mistakes that you might have made while applying the lipstick. Alright, so there you guys have it. I hope you will try this Halloween tutorial if you are going to be a sailor girl for Halloween. I just think it's really bold and fun, and it will work really well with that costume. So I will see you guys in my next video. Alright, bye.